All right, so today we're going to talk about one of the seven deadly sins. We're going to talk about greed. Greed, avarice, just having a strong desire and wanting more than what you need out of things and out of life. So, when you greedy, you already on the wrong path in life. Greed got a lot of people killed. A lot of people dead in the grave right now because they were greedy. Because they were greedy. The greed for money, that really be what it's mostly about. It's really, the greed that everybody be lusting over, the money. You can't. Somebody that's always wanting more and more and more. And one time they said they want to be the richest man alive. If anybody you know want to be the richest person alive, you go to X amount the circle. You care about money too much. You can't be around me. You'll cross me. I don't want you around. This shit is not a competition. Money is not a competition. It's a difference between wealth and rich. It's a difference between wanting something and being greedy over it. God got a path for all us. It's only when you're not in the lane you're supposed to be in, you don't see your own journey. So you think you're not blessed. We all blessed. We all got a blessed life ahead of us. But it's up to you to be on your own road. Go through your own trials, tribulations, obstacles, roadblocks, marathons. It's up to you to go through all your own shit on your own and get to the end. Get to the end of that race that God got set for you. And it's not going to take forever. It's not going to take forever for you to get some money in your pockets. Because that's not even the end. To be honest, that's not even halfway. For you, when you finally become wealthy, you're still not even halfway done with your life yet. You can become wealthy early on. The sooner you catch on and start living your life for God and let God guide you, you become wealthy quick. That shit ain't gonna take long. You gotta start living for the world and live for God. You gotta focus on what you're supposed to be doing in life. If you don't know what you're supposed to be doing in life, figure out what you're supposed to be doing in life. And the way you figure out, you gotta detach from the world. Detach from all these humans. Detach from everybody around you that's always buying more clothes and shoes. Detach from everybody around you that's always on the internet. Detach from everybody around you that's always seeking attention, seeking validation from people. Detach from everybody that's greedy. That's a sin. And that's why you get punished when you're greedy. You get punished for being greedy. So you really just gotta focus. Get connected with God. Get connected with yourself. Find out who you are internally. And dig deep inside your soul. And once you do that, your life is going to start changing, and you're going to notice the changes. You ain't going to have nothing to complain about. If you got something to complain about, you're not on your path. Cause when you become on your path you're supposed to be on, it ain't nothing to complain about. So if you got something that's stressing you out and something that you complaining about, it's because you're not where you're supposed to be in life. Once you get to where you're supposed to be, it's not gonna be no complaints. It's not gonna be no worries. It's not gonna be no stress. So if you got anything to complain and whine about, sit back, observe, and figure out why. Why is this bothering you when it shouldn't? Why are you trying to control life when you shouldn't? When you're trying to control life, that's you telling God, God, I'm better than you. I know better than you. I know how I'm gonna do my life. I don't want your help. This how I'm about to do it. That's what you're telling God when you're trying to control shit. And that shit don't ever work out for you, do it. I know it don't. So, yeah, so you gotta stop being greedy. You gotta stop thinking you supposed to be rich right now. Get the fuck off the internet. Stop looking at people who been grinding longer than you. Stop looking at people who network and got a lot of help. Stop looking at people who got put on by family members and friends. Stop looking at people who grew up into money. Stop comparing yourself to the people on the internet. A lot of people faking their lifestyles anyway. And the people that is really living like that, majority of them people still living paycheck to paycheck. They got on nice shit, nice whip, nice crib. Well, some of them probably ain't got their own crib. Some of them don't even got cars. They just got clothes and shoes and shit. And females got purses and shit like that. But they buying all that shit, but they still barely making it by. Going on trips and shit with your rent money. For what? Cause you don't know how to wait your time. Cause you ain't got God in your life. So you trying to push and force your success. You trying to push and force your success to be here now. When you gotta wait a year, 2 years, 3 years before you can be doing what you're supposed to be doing, what you want to be doing, not what you're supposed to be doing. You got 1, 2, 3 years to where you can live the lavish life that you want to live. It might be longer than that. You know what I'm saying? But if you focus, it ain't gonna take that long, man. Stop letting greed consume you. Stop letting negative, evil, wicked people consume your thoughts. Stop letting people consume your brain, consume your energy. Stop letting people steer you in the wrong direction in life. Greed ain't no good for nobody. It's terrible for your soul. It's terrible for your human body. It's terrible for your human experience. Don't do it. Let that shit go. It's nothing that you need right now. If you need it, God gonna give it to you if you live in your life for God. When you focus and you live for yourself, you being honest with yourself, you being honest with those around you, God see that. You get rewarded for that. Stop thinking you know better. Stop thinking you know better than God. Stop trying to only use God when bad shit going on in your life. Stop that shit. And stop trying to say God gave you something when you live in a foul life. You living wicked as hell. You living wrong. There's a lot of people out here doing all kind of evil shit. And they getting money and they want to say, I want to thank God. Thank God for this. Thank God for that. God ain't give you that shit. God ain't give you that shit. You think God promote you doing bullshit? God promote you doing evil shit? Hell no. That shit ain't come from God. That shit came from the other person. You know what I'm saying? But not personal. That shit came from the other. You know what I'm saying? It ain't come from God. You gotta chill with that. You gotta focus. And I'm gonna keep saying this shit. When people say focus, it go over people's head. Cause the word focus is used so much and it's so common. But lock in on the word and focus. Whatever bothering you, focus on that shit. Figure out why. Break it down. Dissect it. Perform surgery on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Figure out why is it bothering you. Ask yourself, why is this shit bothering me? Why do I care about this? Detach from the world. When you die, none of these clothes and shit gonna matter. Money not gonna matter when you dead. You need this shit while you alive, but it's a certain amount you need. You need enough to live comfortable. You need enough to live free. You don't need all that damn money. Some people got so much money, celebrities, rappers, all them motherfuckers. They got so much money, they don't even know what to do with it. So they just buying bullshit. And they lost. They don't know what the fuck they sold. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got some people that's so lost, they don't even believe in God. Think about how lost you have to be to not even believe a God exists. And I don't use the word belief because I know God real. I know my God real. I know my divine real. So I don't say I believe in God because I know God real. So it's not a belief. But yeah, if you don't think God real, you the lowest of the low. Your vibration at the lowest it can possibly be. That's root. That's found. That's at the bottom. Base level. You got a lot of growing to do. And then you got the other people. Never mind, I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that. That's for another video. But yeah, so you can't be greedy, man. You gotta stop being greedy. Stay away from covetousness people. Don't let that energy consume you. You don't want to be around that. Get connected with God. Stay close with God. And the life you want will come. Way better. Way better than somebody that's forcing it. Would you rather have $1 million and be miserable, or have 500K and be peaceful? You gotta ask yourself questions like that. Cause it's only good or bad. It's only truth or false. It ain't nothing else in this world. You can't live evil and expect God to be sitting out there waiting for you at the end when you ain't been listening. Just like your kid, you got a kid, your child disobeying you their whole life. Talking back to you, disrespecting you, not listening. You tell them not to do this, they do that. You tell them what's right, they do wrong. They completely just going against the grain. So they do all that. Then when they get in some bullshit, they want to reach out to you and ask for help. Or not even your kid, your friends, your so-called friends, your family, whoever. These 7 deadly sins, if you stop yourself from doing these 7 deadly sins, Just don't focus on, don't even focus on trying to become a better person. Just focus on not being a bad person. Just focus on not sinning. That's all you got to focus on. Just focus on not doing these 7 deadly sins. And for today, it's just I'm just breaking down greed. Stop being greedy. Your time coming. Stop trying to force life. Stop trying to rush your life. Stop trying to rush your success. Be patient. We all got our journey in life. We all got a path that we got to get to. If you're not focused on your path, then it's easy to be lost. It's easy to just follow the crowd and do what everybody else doing. You don't want to be like everybody else, man. I'm telling you, you don't. You don't want to do that shit. Stop trying to be famous. Stop trying to be like everybody else you see. Stop trying to control life. The easiest thing you can do is really that simple, man. All you have to do is live for God. That's it. It's that simple. I guarantee nothing bad will happen to you. Ever. I'm not saying shit gonna go your way. I'm saying nothing bad will happen to you. See, you can't have it. It's not your way. It's God's way. That's the only way it is. So just because something not going your way don't mean it's going bad. See what I'm saying? All that means is you think you know better than God, so you trying to choose another route opposite from the route that God got you on. So you got to follow God. Let God lead you. Let God guide you. And you're going to start seeing your blessings. Stop being so greedy. It's different ways to show greed. You know what I'm saying? You got the money. You got attention. A lot of people be greedy for attention too. So greedy for attention. Everybody greedy for attention these days. It's all over the internet. It's all over the world. It's all over YouTube. It's all over everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Cheating is a form of greed. Stealing. You know what I'm saying? Just want all this materialistic shit. Like I said, when you go rob a bank, that's greed. You want to rob a bank because you only got $1,000 in your bank account. So you trying to get 30 more thousand. But if you follow the life that God got set for you, you don't even know that 30,000 at the end of that road. Not even the end of it, before the end of the road. Basically, my point is you got that 30,000 on that road in a safer route, a better route, a more logical route. You got dudes out here dying right now, getting killed because they greedy, like I said earlier. You know what I'm saying? You got this also, what I'm about to say is also connected with another deadly sin. You got people out here catching all kind of sexual diseases, STDs, because they greedy. You know what I'm saying? They greedy for more sex, aka lust. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end it right here. I ain't gonna be here too long. 22 minutes. I'm gonna let that ride like that. All right, I'm out.